morning, and welcome, one and all. Why am I all the way down there? There we go. How are y'all doing? My name's Michael, I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Pathfinder Extinction Curse, our Pathfinder 2nd Edition adventure featuring these incredible and wonderfully talented people who are my patrons that help support the channel, keep me alive, and help inspire me to do this really cool, wonderful, and awesome thing we do. Welcome in, guys. How are y'all doing?
Yeah, we're doing good.
Doing well.
Awesome.
Awesome. And today we are going to be kicking off again into our adventures, but I'm sure by now you've noticed that we are one player shy. Unfortunately, for the time being, Sean has had to pull out of our Friday games. We wish him all the best, and we hope that we will see him return soon. It's nothing, overly, malicious or terrible or anything like that. I haven't had a big fight with him behind the scene or anything like that. He has just moved to a place with limited, very, very limited internet. So he has opted to sit out for a little while. So hopefully, yes, once the internet is sorted and those things are changed, he'll come back in full swing. But in the meantime, let's take a moment, as always, to introduce our sponsors for today's show, because these guys are among those who help us keep this this amazing show running. Hero Forge for the wonderful artworks you can see on screen right now, Fantasy Grounds for our VTT, and Sirenscape for our lovely sound effects throughout the course of the game. Now, Hero Forge, by the way, has a bunch of new and exciting features, as well as Fantasy Grounds and Sirenscape. But I recommend going and checking out, if you haven't already, there's a bunch of new assets that are dropping very, very rapidly over on Hero Forge. So if you haven't checked those out, because I haven't done a Hero Forge Legendary in a while, I would love for you guys, if you can, go check out some of the new features and some of the new stuff, and send us your character designs of Hero Forge into our Discord, so that that we can go through and check a few of them out. So there you go. All right. Well, let's now turn to our lovely players and figure out who is playing what. And let's start in reverse order this time. Playing the role of Throverick, our kobold sorcerer.
I think you mispronounced dragon there.
Dragon sorcerer is none other than our dear friend Matt from All Things Fantasy.
Hello, how are you going today?
I'm doing splendidly. Now your question here, I guess, because we're now taking this as questions for the characters. Throverick, this is your first outing to the circus, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it's been a very long day.
All right. Well, what do you think of the surface? The circus.
The surface?
Yes. What do you think of the surface? Well, I mean, it's
So
true, he's a
the surface,
kobold.
There's far too much green, but the appearance of rats running around, right at home. It's the circus itself. It's a little bit odd, but what do you expect for those who live up above, right? They're all weird in different ways, and you just gotta have to accept it. And when they say something, you smile and nod. But when it comes right down to it, Throverick knows that he knows what is the best course of action. As always, as is expected.
No, fair enough. Very, very well. I like that answer. Next up, playing the role of Meisha, the inventor Nagaji, is none other than our dear friend Rock. G'day, Rock. How you doing?
I'm rocking.
Nice. All right. Meisha's question for today is I guess, in light of everything, how do you feel the show went? Screaming civilians and, your dead ringmaster aside.
Okay. I think it went pretty good. After that, we didn't have any hiccups. Sometimes it's normal sometimes to get hiccups, but the show must go on, and I think we did pretty good. And it was kind of fun for letting me join the big event at the end. That was fun. I wish I could do that more.
Maybe this is the opening sparks to the performer version of Meisha. We'll have to find out, I guess. Next up is Naomi, the summoner, with her angel Callisto, played by our dear friend Neil from Immersion Diversion. Hello, Neil.
Hello. How are you?
Good, good. Now, Neil, with Naomi, I suppose Naomi has wanted to be on stage her whole life. Her parents were on stage, and now you've kind of inherited the bug. I guess, how do you feel that your very, very first stage performance was well, I guess, interrupted so abruptly by this sudden turn of events, the lights falling from the sky and the ringmaster being, well, killed. You know, how do you feel about all that?
I mean, lots of nerve-wracking. You know, very, very. You know, I honestly don't know what to say. It all went well in the end, but I'm still a little upset at what happened. But you know, we'll have a second show and everything will get better. There's just more training that I need to do.
All right. Next up, of course, playing the role of the fortune teller, Walter, is none other than our dear friend Avarian CA. G'day, mate. How you doing?
Doing all right. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Now, Avarian, simple question for Walter here.
Mm-hmm.
Walter, did you see any of this coming?
Walter would no. Walter did not see this coming.
Very well. Okay. Last but certainly not least, in our cadre of characters, playing the role of Harlanot, the gnomish bard, is none other than our awesome friend Schooly Eye.
Oh.
Hello. Harlanot, I feel as though in many ways you've kind of taken up the role of the makeshift leader of the group for the time being, at least. A role that you think you'll want, a role that you'll think maybe you'd be suited to, or something that just seems to be a matter of convenience for the time being.
Probably more matter of convenience. Thinking about past experience where I tried to hide in the background and almost prod others along.
Fair enough. I mean, sometimes people lead from the front, sometimes people lead from the back. Either way, I mean, it's a good thing to see. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the last people we'd like to thank before we get started on today's stream is you, our lovely audience. Thank you so much for coming here and being a part of the show, for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come and be a part of this incredible nonsense that we happen to be doing. We don't like our audiences to feel as though they are stuck behind the screen, having to look and, be far away from the action. So there are a number of ways you will be able to interact with the chat as we play. First of all, just by earning channel points by watching the show, you can earn a bunch of little rewards here, such as insight bonuses. You can summon monsters. You can give divine healing and a whole bunch of other really, really cool, wonderful, and amazing things. Okay. Also, we have our hype train has come through. We got a level 1 hype train, so that is 25 gold for each of you, which you may add to your character sheets. This was your taking, or this will be your taking for the circus that day. So thank you to all the people who donated subs, who donated bits. Greatly appreciate. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Where was I? Yes, donations, right. So, in addition to channel points, you can also donate to the stream, which helps keep me alive and is currently working on getting me to Gen Con. We are almost halfway to our goal with a whopping $1,435 already earned for the trip, which is a huge step given that it's in August. But, you know, I mean, we might look at doing other little goals as well. Like, if we do that, I might actually set a goal of, hey, this is how much it costs to hire a venue at the convention. So if you are going to Gen Con, maybe we'll do like a social media thing where we'll go into a pub, invite every content creator I know, and have drinks and, you know, do a live broadcast, you know, or something like that. Or buy a funnel cake, you know. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yes. That's the thing. And, of course, we don't just simply want to take your money. If I wanted to do that, I'd see you in the car park. But instead, we offer you a wide variety of fun little rewards for this game. For $5, you can grant someone the hero points, which are these little red marks there, or you can grant me Jinx points, which you can see I have no Jinx points. Very sad.
Oh.
Now, these can be used to petition the GM for stuff, roll with advantage, and, of course, stave off killing blows. For $10, I will go through a deck of plot twists, summon said plot twist, and then utilize it in the game. These can sometimes change the games in very dramatic ways, but, you know, sometimes, yeah, sometimes it twists my arm in ways that I did not imagine. For $20, you get the coveted Golden 20, which is a nat 20 for the player or GM of your choice. And for $50, we will boost an encounter, making it more difficult, or bless the party with a magic item. Last but not least, we have the secret menu item. The secret menu item is a $100 reward, a very special reward, as it is not only a big encounter or a big thing, it is something that will drastically change the scope of the game. Now, for today's session, I am going to do the following. First of all, everyone's level 2?
Yep.
All right. I am going to give you guys an encounter with one of my favorite creatures. This will be a encounter for the $100 mark. Featuring a creature which is very near and dear to me, and that is, of course, the Australian crocodile. As you can see, beside the camp here is a large river. And I have prepped off to the side a encounter specifically designated to have a river battle with a crocodile. So, if you guys want to see that encounter, there you go. Secret menu item. Boopity boopity boop. Yeah! Hey, Seagod, thank you so much for the $50 donation. What a great start to the show. 2 Jinx points for Dag, because you're a bloody legend is what you are, mate. Nat 20 for Harlanot and a nat 20 for Meisha.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice.
Now, I just have to ask, are you only taking the are you only giving them natural 20s to like even everything out? Just saying.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Fine. I guess everyone can have a nat 20. All right.
I have 2, they're small.
No. All right, players, are you ready?
Give him a nat 10 and a nat 10. I'm ready.
Yeah. All right.
Yes.
Then let's dive straight into today's session. All right. That's a little loud. Let me fix this. Calm sounds. Okay. All right. And we have group inspiration from Clover.
Already? Dang. Thank you.
All right. So, a small troop, our Carnival of Wayward Wonders, featuring our heroes, has been established here in the small countryside of Absalom. However, as our first performers were getting ready, the sudden and untimely death of the ringmaster, Myron, that was his name, Myron Stendhal brought our heroes to a sudden halt. Without knowing what to do, they quickly took to the stage and tried to put on the show anyway, making sure that the punters never guessed or never suspected the sudden change in tone and the sudden change and disappearance of Matt. That's okay. We'll keep going. Now, trying to find out who was responsible for killing the ringmaster, an investigation began. At first, they approached the snake charmer, a woman by the name of Lun Ray, in order to see if maybe she had any insight into what had happened. Turns out that he was poisoned by snakes. Not any of her snakes, mind you, but still, a deadly viper was the cause of the death. But it was not the only accident to have happened that day. A large light almost crashed into the crowd, and Meisha had discovered that it was chewed on by what looks to be rats or some sort of vermin. After tracking down the rats themselves, our heroes found that the pathways that these tiny little creatures had led back into their camp where they had their resting caravans. And after making pursuit, they found its source. A druid, a kind of mad-looking halfling, who is this woman here. Nope, that's not it. Nope. There we go. Boom. Who had unleashed the rats upon the carnival, was now basically collecting her rats and preparing to flee. You made pursuit and did battle against the rats, slaying several of the swarms, but during the escape, a large patch of tanglefoot briar wrapped around several of our allies and prevented them from moving forward. And one of the rats, one who was a cinder rat, who belched fire, had now set fire to the camp. Hallinot's house, Hallinot's caravan, is now set ablaze, and several of our group members now also find themselves in rather a spicy situation. And it is here that we will continue our adventure. Now, could I get Neil to jump into the group chat just so that we can shuffle things around until Matt gets back in? And because we are in a new session, let us reroll initiative here. All right, Meisha, we are going to start with you. Meisha,
All right.
you...
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. There we go. And Hallinot. There we go. All right, good enough. Okay. Now, Meisha, you are atop one of the caravans with your meteor hammer, a giant ball at the end of a rope as you swing this huge hammer over your head. You can still see... Hey, he's back. You can still...
Love Australian internet so much.
Oh, yeah. All right. You can see down below you the tangle-footed area of grass over here that is now set ablaze. What do you do, Meisha?
Well, I'm gonna look around. Is there any like tubing anywhere that is long enough to reach the river to where the fiery place is?
Like just in camp in general? Yeah, the supply wagon should have stuff that would be appropriate. But that is on the other side over here.
Over where? Oh, over there? Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. All right. I'll be like, all right. I think I got a plan to get this fire out. I'll be right back. And I'm gonna go over. I'm just gonna book it over there.
All right, so you jump down from the roof, make an athletics check as you leap down and begin to sprint across the caravan.
All right, athletics check. Ah. Nope.
Ooh, unfortunately, you are the proud owner of twisting your ankle. You take 8 points of damage, and for 1 round, you move at half speed.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, what am I
Ow.
saying? You actually don't take 8 damage, because in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, you take 1 damage for every foot fell after the first 5 foot. So that is only
okay.
that is only 5 damage.
Only 5 damage. Okay. Ow. I calculated that too wrong, but I still need to go do my thing. So was that my first turn right there, jumping off, or
No. So jumping off is just part of a move. So you've gone
Okay.
10 foot, 15 foot. Remembering you're moving at half speed.
Yeah.
So you've got 3 more
15.
actions.
Okay, so I move here for my first move, right? Because that would be 15 right there, and then yeah, then 5, 10, 15. I'm take all my actions, and I'm just like trying to move as fast as I can over there.
All right, very well. All right, Mesha is sprinting, which brings us then to Harlanot. Harlanot, the raging inferno continues to spread. You watch as your wagon has now been engulfed in several of these flames.
Okay, so seeing where Mesha is heading,
Yep.
I'm going to try to help out, see if we can get the rest of the camp involved. So
Very nice.
I am going to cast Bullhorn on myself to amplify my voice so everyone in 500 feet can hear. Which is...
That's pretty much the whole camp.
I was kind of hoping it'd be the whole camp.
Oh, yep.
As I will
Nice.
then shout out saying, "Fire in camp! Fire in camp! It's taking out the wagons! All hands, help!"
All right. As your bullhorn raises your voice, and you can be heard from wide and pretty much far and wide. Actually, you can be heard from kilometers away. Because the camp itself, if I actually look at measuring it from one end to the other, actually let's find out how far you can go here.
And there's 2 sides to it, so there might be one on the other side.
Okay, hold on. So where is Harlanot? Harlanot's there. Okay. Okay, so the edge of camp.
Dang.
The edge of camp is 220 foot. So that area there that I've just drawn is 220 foot.
So everyone's alert to the fact that there's a fire in the circus.
Well, not just them. Like I said, you're fairly sure that a lot of the remaining surrounding area has also heard this. But yeah. Yeah, the circus performers and the other people do not waste much time. They are going to grab some buckets and some water and try to help out, but they will do so in a couple of rounds once they have coordinated themselves.
Yeah. So does shouting use my action for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's basically it's basically a convince challenge, or it's like trying to influence them to command them to do stuff.
Yeah. Which means that's all I can do just now.
All right, we then move to the Cinder Rat, still alive and burning. Now, the Cinder Rat is going to take its time and is going to consider its actions before attacking Throvrek. With a 20 to hit. It bites you for 12 points of damage. It is then going to bite you a second time. With another hit. for 6 points of damage. Now, you seem to be resistant to some of it because its jaws are lit on fire, and you are a mighty dragon, resistant to such things. And with its third attack, it is going to attack Throverick again, but miss this time. The creature hisses. And you see smoke and steam start to bellow from its fur. Alright. We then move to Walter, our fortune teller.
All right. Not the best combatant. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move here so that Thorvac is in line of sight. And I'm going to use a 2-action heal on Thorvac.
2-action heal on.
Thorvac.
Yep. Nice. All right, Throverick. You watch as Walter begins to use magic with these tarot cards that they seem to have as they are fanned out. You hear him recite some words, and suddenly you feel and see your wounds begin to stitch and kind of mend and heal.
Throvic gurgles. Thankfully.
Walter?
That's me. That's 3 actions.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Double action cast.
Okay, not a worry. In which case, we then go to Naomi, our summoner.
Alright. I just say to Callisto, and I say, we gotta help Throverick try and get that rat away from him. I don't know how we'll be able to do it, but just keep attacking it. And I'm going to use Act Together to do 2 actions. So I will use Divine Lance, and then Callisto will throw some fire at it.
All right. What's the range on it?
He's got a range of 30. Mine is a range. Oh wait, shoot! I just said it was fire. You know what? It's good. It's fine. And so Divine Lance is a range of 30 as well.
All right. Neither of those can hit the
Oh,
cinder rat from where you
shoot.
are.
Okay. Can Naomi do 1 action and then do Act Together? So like use 1 action to move and then do the Act
Yeah,
Together?
not a problem. But the trouble is
okay,
that
so-
Callisto will not be able to do the
Okay.
fire because he's also in range.
So in which case I'll have him go with I'll say Callisto, go with Meisha and see if you can help her find what she needs.
The large angel spreads his wings and flies in that direction. Will fly in that direction on his turn. So you've commanded as 1 action, moved as another.
30. Okay. So command is 1. Isn't that the so it was gonna be the I moved as 1 and then do the Act Together, which would have him do an action and I would get a 2 action.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna use Act Together to get him to move. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Not a worry.
He goes 25 feet as close as he can to Meisha.
That'll be to about here.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then she'll move there for their first move and then use Divine Lance on the Cinder Rat.
All right, you cast Divine Lance. Make your attack as you fling this holy radiant lance towards the tiny rat. Well, the large rat.
Oh, come on. I used my hero point. No, I'm going to use my group inspiration. Sorry.
Very well. You may use your group inspiration. Roll another attack.
No, it's even lower.
Unfortunately, that is a solid miss. The lance flies out and into the woods. You can use your hero point to re-roll again if you'd like.
You know, yeah, I need to help Thorvik and Arturo as best as I can. So yeah, I'm going to do that again.
All right. Make your attack
Run.
again as the hero points.
Yes.
Oh wait, we're not quite
Nice.
done yet.
Whoa.
Very nice. All right, that is a hit. No, it's not a. So don't worry about the natural. I know it's a natural 20, but don't worry about the natural 20.
Gotcha.
The natural 20 is because it's billowing smoke, and there's a
Okay.
mischance because of the smoke. And
I thought that was because I was
Oh.
critting, and I was like, whoa. But yeah. Nice.
No, that was just the mischance. So yeah. All right.
Okay.
Roll your damage as the spear flies past the rat
Oh.
and then curves upwards, swings back down, and hits the rat.
It's a 0.
Why did you do
Oh.
0 damage just then?
Well, because it's
is
I
the-
don't know what. I keep forgetting what the deal is with good damage and like negative damage. Kind
Yeah.
Of thing.
So is the rat evil?
Nope.
Then probably won't take any
I'm
damage.
like,
Ah.
what the heck? I don't get this good shit. Whatever. So I have to just make evil characters, so everything good takes
You
damage.
unleash a beam of divine energy. Choose an alignment of your deity's choice. You can't cast a spell. Yeah, make a ranged spell attack. Yeah. Can you do a choice? Damage of the chosen alignment type. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
What?
My character is good. So
Oh,
I figured
okay.
Damage, yeah.
Okay, yeah, and because they're neutral, it's not going to take damage from anything. Ah, that checks out.
Everything neutral won't take any good damage or evil.
Well, no,
Oh
the
my
neutral
gosh.
creatures won't take any kind of alignment damage. That's
What?
interesting. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, unfortunate,
I gotta
but
roll.
and especially given you wasted both your group inspiration and your hero point on that. You know what? I am compassionate though. I will still deal the damage. I feel as though
Okay.
I
I'll try
feel
to
as though
remember
given
that.
given
That's
you've spent
insane.
resources, I am 100% down. As your boomerang spear has gone past, and you see this. Actually, you know what? Let me do this real quick. Okay. First of all, while I'm setting this up, welcome to Split the Party, our dear friends, guys. Split the Party, Matt, aka Briefcase, dear friend of the group, friend of the channel. We love hanging out with you, buddy. We hope you are having a great day. Thank you for bringing your community here. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Michael. We're doing some Pathfinder. Okay, right now, Naomi, our summoner, is throwing a divine lance at a giant fire-belching rat. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, let me pull this up. All right, here we go. This forest, long time ago, has had many reputations of fairies and creatures that lived and resided here. Just outside the camp, we view a very, very different scene. As we see a tree. The tree says to another tree, "Today's the day. Today's the day that I finally uproot myself and start my world domination of this land." "But surely you can't do this. You're just a tree. I mean, the forces of man, they murder, they cut down our kind, they use us for all sorts of things. I mean, they set us ablaze with fire, they cut us into thin strips, separate us from our families. I mean, can you really take on such creatures?" Yes, I can. And not only that, but I will repay them 100-fold for the evils they have wrought to our kind. I will strip their skin from them, pulp it, and then make it into parchment for me to write with. I will rip their bones from their bodies, snap them into places, and use all manner of heinous and horrible tools to construct furnishings. And worst of all, I will find and domesticate a small marsupial, create a tiny cage for it, and then lay shredded remains of their kinds at its base. This is our revenge. This is the revenge of the trees. Death to all living creatures with warm blood. I think I need some practice, though. What do you mean, practice? Yes, practice. I need to work my way up. Perhaps I will begin with small versions of them. The sick, the elderly, the children. Yes. That is where my reign of terror will begin. For I am truly destined to bring this world to bear and to bring it to heal. And then suddenly, this glowing white lance hits the very evil tree. The tree snaps and falls and deals 6 points of damage to the rat.
I saved everybody. No, just kidding.
You have absolutely no idea why.
I know.
You have no idea why the tree snapped, because it shouldn't have done damage to the tree, but it did. And there you go.
Okay, cool. Like, dang it, I missed. And then just...
Bang. Yeah. All right. Well, that brings us to the end of Naomi's turn. We now go to Throvrik. You are surrounded by a conflagration of fire.
There's a reason why I'm called the Fire Tamer. Throvrik's going to do a very high-risk, high-reward action. It's going to be very complicated. With his glaive, gonna hit the rat.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna need a hero point for that.
Oh, yeah. All right, I'll use a hero point.
All right.
All right.
Roll with advantage as you swing with your hero point.
So advantage means I roll it twice. All right, let me get the combat tracker up because I don't have the map. There we are. All right, let's hit the thing. All right. Higher than a 5, please. Did I hit it?
That is a hit.
Wonderful. All right. So that's with the glaive 1. And then I'm gonna hit it again.
That is that is a second hit.
Wonderful.
And with that second devastating blow, the rat slumps.
And with my third action, can Throvrik just pull off a hind?
Sorry, I wanted to
Pull off a hind of the rat.
Oh, a hind. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I got no problem with that. You can take your glaive and cut off one of the hind flanks of the rat here.
It's pre-cooked. Anyone want some? It's good. It's good for you. Builds good bacteria stuff. Don't know what bacteria stuff is. I had a shaman come in and tell us that we're supposed to be building good bacteria stuff. So, anyone want some?
Is that thing plagued?
No? Alright, good. All for me then.
All right. As you enjoy yourself, your leg, the fire still burns around as Arturo, who is on fire, fails a series.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about it.
Yep, and I believe you're also on fire.
Rick on fire?
Yep.
Cool.
And I believe you take 7 points of damage.
That'd be 6 points of damage?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. All right. Arturo, consumed by the flames, falls unconscious. as he is smoldering on the ground. I know I said I wasn't gonna kill Arturo's character, but that might be a lie. Alright, Meisha, we now go to you.
Alright. I'm still trying to get to my thing.
Mesha, Naomi
So-
has told me to come and help you.
Oh!
Excuse me?
Uh,
Excuse me? Were you trying to steal my NPC?
No, it's...
Oh.
we're in combat. You said
Hey,
I get close to in combat.
Hey, I've changed my mind. Callisto, come back here and massage my shoulders instead.
no.
Don't feel good, does it?
Alright, go ahead.
Okay. So, I get to the river's this river's edge. How deep is this? Is it pretty deep or is it?
No,
shallow?
not really. It's probably about waist high. No, actually, not even. It's like maybe knee high at best.
Oh, okay. So, am I still moving slowly, or was that only for the one round?
Just for the one round. Yeah, you're good now.
Oh, okay. So, okay. 10, 15, 20, 25. So I get there, and then I have to probably move again to get into in there. Yeah. All right. So for my third action, I'm gonna look. I'm looking around. I'm looking for the tube, but I'm also looking for parts where I can like build real quickly to make a pump.
All right, make a craft check.
$16.
All right, you make a very rudimentary pump. It now has a it's kind of like built of like bits and pieces that you normally use to like inflate balloons and balls and stuff like that. It is manual, but you do have a great deal of the circus folk that Harlanot has rallied helping you out as well. So you now have the rest of your turn if you'd like, but yeah, what would you like to do?
Okay. Oh, finding the stuff wasn't my final turn.
No.
Like building it. Oh, okay. Then I want to move back to the river. Yeah. Oh, do I also get the tube, right? Because I wanted to
Yeah.
attach
You
the
obviously, yeah.
tube as well. Okay. Making sure everything's covered. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I get right there. Yeah.
Yep, not a worry. Okay, with tube in hand and the pump ready, you begin your hard work. It would be very unfortunate if someone donated from the secret menu while someone was by that river. You know, just saying, throwing that out there. All right, now you guys.
Well, I'm not gonna put it in the water until I get to back on the other side. So
Sure,
it's
sure.
closer.
All right,
Yeah.
we are technically out of combat, but the fire is still raging. So I'm going to leave the scene open to you guys as you've watched the rat burn and sort of fall into the smoke and stuff. Both Throverek and Arturo are on fire. So, Harlanot, do you wish to do anything about said condition? Also, your wagon's on fire.
Yes, I know. Not wanting to get too close to the fire, I'd probably see if I could use things like my telekinetic projectile to try and lob dirt and try and smother.
Yeah, all right.
Especially around people.
All right. Roll a d20 for me. All right, not bad, not bad. You managed to, whoops. There we go. Nope, it's not gonna let me erase stuff, is it? Let me erase things.
The fire's permanent. Ah.
If it's the layer
evidently.
underneath the bloodstain.
Oh, there we go. That's how I do it. Haha. All right. No? Gonna be like that, huh? There we go. Okay, good. All right. So you start wiping out bits of the fire. It's not all out, but it definitely has shrunk as you have sprayed sand over the area. All right. Callisto will fly over to help Meisha, but has no idea what Meisha's doing. Meisha, do you need any help?
Yes. When I get over there and I show him, this thing will go in the water. I have to manually crank it, but you take the other end of the hose and point it to the fire over there.
Okay. He takes the hose and flies with his next action in this direction. All right. Done and done. Walter.
Yes. I'm
Does
going to
Naomi
go.
get attacked, or...
Oh, the fire's out. Is the fire out yet?
No, the fire is still burning. Some of it's been put out, but not all of it.
Yeah, we've
So we're
lost
gonna run
the
into one of the
fire on our
local,
maps.
caravans, and find a heavy wool blanket. Pull
Uh,
that out.
Yeah, no worries. Make a perception check. As you begin to search for anything that you could use as like a heavy cloth.
26.
Nice. With a 26, unfortunately you don't see too many things that would constitute like a heavy wool blanket, but you do find plenty of towels and the like, and with the liberal application of water, they very much become fire blanket-esque. And I'll say that that'll take your turn to like go around rummage and then apply the water and make these. Naomi.
So Naomi...
It's not initiative, just FYI.
I know. She sees Callisto coming back with the hose. She's actually gonna run up to Callisto. So he's Callisto. Let me take that. I can help get the fire out. You're a little bit immune. You're a little bit resistant to fire. I think you should run in and see if you can get Arturo out of there.
I mean, if you insist, yeah, okay. He hands
I'll
you
be able to help
the
you.
hose.
Okay, and then so yeah, I take the hose and I'm gonna kind of get as close as I can.
Sure.
And then try to start spraying some of the fire.
You
also
cannot because there
actually-
is no pressure in the pump.
Oh,
Not yet.
okay, yeah, sure. So then, I guess I'm just gonna. What I'll do is, as I wait for water to come out, I'm just gonna kind of, I guess I would spray, like, I'm waiting for water to come out, but I'll have, I'll spray Callisto with some of it to kind of maybe put
Some
out,
of what? There's no water.
No, I know. When water comes through...
Oh,
I'm
right.
going to
So
spray
I'm ready.
Callisto.
So what you say? Okay. So what you're trying to say is
Okay,
I'm readying an
since
action
we're out of-
to spray.
yeah.
Okay. So I just want to be clear,
Since we're
Neil.
out of
I want to be.
combat, so
I want
it's
to.
like-
I want to be clear, Neil.
I
Because
want to spray him with water
Neil,
so he's a little
Neil,
dampened from the fire.
Neil, I want to be clear on this. Because when Sean asks me this later, I want him to know who's responsible. So Neil, let me understand you correctly. You sent your summon to go and get the water hose, for the purposes of using said water hose to put out the fire. You have then taken the water hose from him in order to try and spray not the fire, but your summon instead. Is this my understanding of your current action?
Yes.
Very well. I just wanted to be very clear on what's happening. Throvrek, you are on fire and burning. What do you wish to do?
I would like to sprint to the nearest water source, please.
All right. What is your movement speed?
I have a 25 movement speed, I think.
You have, by the hair of your chinny chin chin, you will make this 70-foot movement to get into the water. All right. And instantaneously, you will put out the flames as you jump into the water. Now, as this happens as well, I do want a percentage check from you, please.
A percentage check, huh?
Yes, please.
All right.
This is just to see if you're gonna drag any of that tasty fire anywhere.
Yep, good idea. I just roll the D. Yep, cool. Let's do that. How does a 9 sound?
How does a 9 sound? A 9 sounds like you are definitely gonna put something on fire. Let me see how much of it is. So you've traveled 75 foot. So that is how many spot fires? Yeah, there we go.
I would say 9.
There are 3 spot fires.
Oh, that's manageable.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad. It's definitely not too bad. All right. So there is a spot fire here.
Yep.
Spot fire here. And a second spot fire like right next to it. So
Yeah. That's manageable. That's fine.
Yeah. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. They're like I said, they're just very tiny fires.
Yeah.
Okay. Arturo.
Are the vines still there? Are the vines still around there?
Yes, they are.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
Arturo is still on fire, having had no one even remotely attempt to put him out. Arturo takes.
Where's the water to do it?
Oh.
Arturo fails and burns even further.
No!
So that is, let's see. So he is wounded, was dying 1 last time, dying 2 this time, failed his check, yep. So then he took damage from the flames, which is now dying 3, which means he is 1 step of dying away from instant death. Oh, well, permanent death. All right. Meisha, it is your turn.
All right. I'm gonna
Stop pumping.
10, 15. Well, I move over here. Now I stick it in there and start pumping. Yeah.
Nice. All right. You begin
Spray
to
the get Arturo.
you begin to pump, and instead of seeing the water spraying the flames, it sprays Callisto. Callisto
What
is
the heck are you doing?
Callisto is confused. Callisto is wet. Callisto looks at you, kind of unsure of what you were doing.
I don't know what I was doing.
Is water because this is a fire angel, is water super effective?
Oh, good point.
He's not actually fire. He just uses fire damage. And a little bit of
No, he doesn't have any weaknesses to fire or anything. Sorry, to water or anything like that.
I'm melting. I'm melting.
All right, Seagard has provided a magic bag. Meisha, you realize in your magic bag you actually have another tube that you can use that will allow you to attach it to the pump and actually in this turn also create a stream of water.
Cool.
I'll actually turn this into a portable fire extinguisher for your character. So long as it's filled with water, you have a fire extinguisher basically.
Sweet.
Well done. Thank you, Seagar.
have blood.
All right. Yeah. Callisto is drenched.
All right. Yeah, it's still my turn, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So-
You've moved. You've planted the what do you call it? The pump.
Yeah, pump. All right. I got to keep doing this, so I'm just gonna be like, wait. You said I can attach this other one, or can I?
No, you can attach the other one. Yeah.
Okay. Can I?
Where are the other NPCs that helped him find the stuff?
They're running around still, like gathering stuff and putting out fire. Well, they'll be starting to put out the fires at the end of this round.
Oh, wait a minute.
Okay.
I had Spirit Link still on Arturo.
Yes. What does Spirit Link
Should have
do?
been it puts HP from me into him.
Wait, does it do it every round?
Yeah.
All right. How much did you want to put into him? Keeping in mind,
max is 2. Yeah.
Yeah, it's up to you. Okay, so you're gonna put 2 in. So if you put 2 in, very well. He gets up.
Oh,
He then takes. Okay, so he gets up. He's then wounded 1, takes 2 damage. He takes more than 2 damage. He is then wounded 2 and is now back to dying 3 again.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't know. I
Good.
just.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. I gotta still pump. Pump this. I think so. I'm gonna stay here.
All right, very well. You stay behind and continue to pump the water.
And I'm like, point the right way, Naomi. Not it, Callisto. What's wrong with you?
Oh, I'm sorry. There's so much going on.
I think it was that you took it off Callisto to do this.
No,
I think it's. I don't think it's what you're doing. I think it was the fact that Callisto was like, "Okay, I'll do the thing that I was told to do." And then you turned around and sprayed him. It's like a wet T-shirt contest.
Water on themselves and run into a burning building so they don't catch on fire.
But Neil.
Negative behavior reinforcement.
But Neil, you yourself even said Callisto has fire resistance.
Yes,
What the actual heck are you doing? He already has resistance. Why are you dousing him in water?
Resistance. So he's more resistant.
Why?
So
He's not dying.
So you know when you spray it as a dog and you spray it with water.
Yeah, I feel like at some point I should just turn Callisto into a Charmander and just be like, spray it. Yeah. All right, Halinot. While Callisto is enjoying his frickin' bath, your carriage with all your belongings is also on fire, and slowly your livelihood and everything you've collected over your many years of travel, your family photos, your like newspaper clippings of your very first show, all of them are slowly going up in flames.
So I'll probably move a little bit round.
Yep.
And since it worked so well the first time, I'll throw more dirt on the fire to smother it a bit more.
All right, roll a d20, please. Also, by the way, we do love Neil. We do. And there is no hard feelings to it. These are moments that we all accept and we all add to the fun of the game. Okay. Hashtag Team Neil. Okay, with a 13. Okay, you are able to put out the rest of the fire on your wagon, but that appears to be it. There we go. So your wagon is now safe and secure. Okay. Walter.
So now that I have my
wet blanket,
solving wet blanket, I go over and throw it on top of Arturo.
All right, very well. You begin to put. Yeah, you place it on top of Arturo, and instantaneously the fire is expunged.
So, is that my entire action, or can I do a medicine check to see how bad he is?
You may do a medicine check. Please do so.
Oh, I'm not trained. So never mind. I forgot I had to remove that skill.
No, you don't have to be trained to do a medicine check.
Here comes that natural one. 17.
Almost a natural one. All right, so with the 17, you inspect him. He is covered in burns. It is not looking good. He is not out of the woods and is still potentially on death's door.
Okay.
All right.
Do I have any actions?
No. Move, blanket, heal, medicine check.
Heck.
All right, Naomi.
Okay, so the Spirit Link will then put 2 more HP into Arturo.
All right,
And
Arturo
I lose 2
is
HP,
now
so
wounded
I
3.
4. So I should actually be at 9 wounds because of that. So I'd put that in. And then seeing that Walter has him under control, I'm going to then start putting out the fire spots that Throwick created.
All right, very well. Pick one of the spots, and we'll get rid of it.
I'm going to do the one closest to the camp, so the one right next to me.
The one, it's up to you. Which one do you want to go with?
Yeah, that one.
That one?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yep.
Closest to the camp, so figured. Yeah.
Very well. The other one's still there. I've just wiped it out because it's hard.
Yeah. I guess if I can move over there, because I still have a move and another one, so I would move and do my other action to spray out the other one if I can.
So sprayed, move, and then you're going to spray the other one.
Spray again.
That
Yep.
just leaves one of the fire marks left, which by this stage is pretty decent. I think you guys are more or less done. This then just comes down to the end of combat, I think. All right, end of the battle sequence. So, first of all, let's give a quick warm welcome to Gravity, or GRSVD, however you would like to say it. Welcome and thank you for bringing your raiders in. My name is Michael, I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. We are playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition, Extinction Curse. Our group of heroes are a group of carnival performers who were attacked by a woman who controlled rats. They were sabotaged and their camp was set ablaze. They have just managed to bring the camp, the blaze, under control, and people are tending to the wounded and dealing with a variety of different things. The woman who caused all this commotion is still at large, having headed into the woods during the confusion. Now, our heroes find themselves in the midst of the chaos of the people of the carnival, trying their best to, well, basically just deal with everything that has just happened. What does our group do?
Oh, just give me a second. I'm gonna double check to make sure I can even do this. Maybe I'm gonna try to pick up Arturo and get him to the medicine tent or the hospital wagon or wherever. When a performer's injured, they get moved to.
I think Naomi and Callisto would go with Walter to help him with that.
All right, cool. You go to the wagon, and Arturo is placed on a bed, unconscious and still burnt. His tabaxi fur mostly gone after the fire, and much of his very brightly colored clothes are now stained and dyed in a black charcoal after being caught in the brunt of the fire.
If I can do something else after that, I'm going to head back out and see if I can find the rest of the performers and circus members to start gathering them at the main tent.
Oh, you wanna give the order to pack down?
Yeah, and I just want everyone to get together so that we can do a
Discuss.
head count, make sure everything else is fine. That's
Oh
what it is.
yeah. No worries. I mean, yep. The Barkers and stuff, and of course Mr. Tickles will definitely go about making sure all of the performers are gathered up and make sure that everyone is accounted for. Anyone else doing anything?
For sure, Naomi is going to, while being there with Arturo, she's gonna look for some ointment to try and at least, give some relief to the burns. Like, she probably won't be able to remove them or get rid of them or whatever. But she
Roll
just
a
wants to-
percentage check as you search the camp for some burn ointment.
94.
All right. Thankfully, in one of the tents, one of the tents used to belong to someone who had some basic medicine skills and the like. So, after rummaging around a little bit, you do manage to find a small vessel of burn balm that you apply to Arturo.
Okay.
before Walter gets everyone into the tent, I was going to try and, especially people checking the fire, get them to do a quick check of the camp to make sure that there's no other signs of sabotage before we all group up and leave things unattended.
All right. A very thorough search of the camp reveals that there is no lingering sabotage, nothing that is not to be nothing that is unexpected found anywhere anywhere in the camp. But yes, you bring everyone into the auditorium, onto the big top, for your meeting, unless there's something Meisha or Throvrik would like to do.
Yes. So I asked one of the circus folks to pump this for me, and I take the other end and I make sure that none of the spots or any of the flames will come back. So I just douse like everything to make sure,
Sure, not a worry.
Meanwhile, Throvrik is going to look around like a little lost pup.
Very well.
Like, what do I do? No.
What? We did this. Now what? What? Maisha, what do I do?
I think Hullnut wants to talk to everybody and Walter, and maybe, yeah.
Okay.
So just find out what they're gonna say, and then make your plan after that. They might need your help with something.
That's why you're so smart. You have good ideas. All right. Off I go.
All right. You gather around in the big top. Everyone takes a seat in the auditorium. Walter, you're the one who called this meeting, so I guess it is yours. But the professor is also here, and is close by, as he is curious to as to what the plan is.
Well, that's what we're here to find out. We've had an incident where we've lost a member of our group. We've had a fire where we nearly lost another member of our troop. We have damaged caravans. We have damaged performing equipment. So I would like to start this meeting by sitting down and thanking Throvrik for his assistance in both situations. Someone who wasn't a member of our troop stood up and helped us in a time of need. And I would like to open the floor to whomever has any concerns or ideas. And I sort of open gesture to all the rest of the performers.
Everyone sort of looks around. They seem to be looking to, I guess, take votes from you guys, but everyone is caught off guard. It is an unheard of scenario to have lost the ringmaster in a single day, and the fire, and with everything, some people begin to whisper about Mistress Dusklight and whether or not she was responsible for all this. We tried to do it on our own, and maybe we're not cut out for this. Maybe you do have to be maybe you have to be cutthroat.
One case of misfortune, regardless of how severe the misfortune is, should not dissuade us from the path that we've chosen. It should not dissuade us from whatever efforts we put in. Yes, today was extremely bad, but last month we had a very good performance in a neighboring city, so there will be swings in both directions, and to react severely to one incident, it's not does not harbor a long-term growth, does not harbor or provide us with a safe harbor for people to grow and for the circus to inform. I appreciate the concern and the worry, and I share that. But we need to sit down and have an earnest conversation as to the direction that we wish to go. I myself wish to stay with this troop, stay with this family, and I think we need to decide if we want to stay here and continue with the rest of the playbill. Wait perhaps to talk to the guard at the city that is not too far away about the ringmaster. But I'm just one voice amongst many, and we should hear other people's opinions on whether or not we should stay or perhaps move on.
Hey, everybody. Come on. Well, how long have we been doing this? A couple of months? And we've only had trouble now. Like, that's pretty good. The percentage, that's pretty good. So I think we should finish our what we have to plan here. And then, we're a traveling circus. So we will move on in a couple of days after we do a couple of shows.
I also wish to stay. When we were at the other circus, I just felt like a living. I couldn't really do much in terms of helping out or something and others. But now that I came here with all of you, it feels like a new family. And I want to help that family out, no matter what.
Arlenot's going to try something, if Dag will allow.
Sure.
And instead of the lute, I'm going to take out a guitar that's seen its better days and start to play. And this is using the memory guitar, which is the magic item I got from last week. And I'm going to focus on one of the happy events from when we first started with this, showing the family. And as I play, everyone relives that memory within 30 feet of me, which I'm hoping is most people that are gathered in. Just to remind them that we did have good days when we started, and even though it's a current bad day, that shouldn't tarnish everything.
All right. Make a performance check.
Is there any way you can assist?
If you sing.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll sing with them.
I think
All right.
I would join too.
With a 26, that's pretty decent. People start to, sort of like calm down a little bit, and they seem to kind of like restore at least a little bit of their faith in what's happening and what they're doing. But you see a few of them sort of talking. I think maybe the circus isn't for me. I think I'm gonna try another trade. Just it's with everything with Mistress Dustlight and this. I just don't have it in me. I mean, you're right. There are highs and there are lows, but the lows are very low, and I just don't know if I can do it anymore. And you can see a couple of people like kind of stand up and walk out with him as well. Some individuals turn and say, look, we trust you. You guys have always, done well for the circus, and honestly, between the professor, Walter, and Harlanot, we trust you guys to know what's best for the circus. This place is family, and it's what we know. And you see that a great majority of these guys, support you and survive. A small handful say, we shouldn't let what happened go unpunished. We should send a search party out. Go find them. They can't be allowed to have killed one of our own, nearly killed our second, and just get away with it. We're not just going to roll over and just take that. I'm sure that someone in the nearby town might know what's going on. I say that we should either track her down and end it once and for all, or we should go and, I don't know, confront the town mayor or something and see if we can figure out who this person is. They wouldn't have just wandered in and attacked us for no reason.
Very well may be true. Sorry.
Bless you. There you go.
Thank you.
Thorfric, I was going to say that Thorfric would actually speak up at this point. And, unless Walter had something you wanted to say.
Floor is yours.
Wonderful. I understand. I gotta get the voice back. I understand. We should go find this person and bring her back to face justice, but we can't find her in the dark. We can't track her down in this light. We can't suddenly turn up into a town with all 1, 2, 5, 3, 7, with all of us showing up. We can't turn up all together as a group. We need to get a small group together and go to the local town. It's a great idea. I really like that plan. And track this person down and find out if she is working for someone or if she's working independently. That's priority. Because if she's working by herself, then she's just one person. We can easily make her. What's the polite way of saying it?
Surrender?
Stop. Yes, stop. But if she's working as a group, then we'll need to deal with that.
Right.
So I really like the idea of going down and tracking her down, but not in this light. Tonight, I think, is a day of grieving. Grieving? Grieving, thank you.
Throvrek is right. We are injured and wounded, and we are heightened, and we need a moment to relax and gather ourselves before we go and find out what's going on.
Give us some time to prepare for the morning if we need to gather anything before.
And make arrangements to talk to the local town and the mayor and the guard and so on and so forth. So for tonight, there will be extra drink in the tents and extra time to relax. Those who wish to go can pick up their final pay, pick up their goods, and head out. Those who wish to stay, you are more than welcome to join us by the fire. I'll be up for most of the night. Harl will not, and so on. We will make sure that the campsite stays safe and everyone else can hopefully relax and get a good night's sleep. Throvrek, you have been instrumental in helping us today, and I'd like to extend you a hand to join us, to join our troop. Travel with us, be a member of this family, call us your tribe, seek fortune with us.
Well, by the way today's going, I think you need all the help you can get. And I, Thorvik Firetamer, will probably be able to give some assistance. But another thing that I would point out is that we should probably appoint a leader soon. If not tonight, then early tomorrow as well. Because when the tribe leader dies, that creates a vacuum of power, and everyone will try to fill it at once, and it'll get all messy, and if it's all part of the family, then things will, blood will get spilled, etc., etc., etc. So we should probably organize a leader tonight or tomorrow, so we have a plan.
With the intense emotions that are currently flowing and the reactionary nature, I think it's best to allow people a chance to sleep, grieve, drink, eat, tell stories, and we'll meet again in the morning when we break fast.
All right. With these words, the group welcome Throvrik. Throvrik, you are like kind of sort of welcome and greeted by a number of individuals who over time you will get to know. The professor approaches the people at the front. I agree with what you did there, and I think as far as everything goes, this is about as good as it's gonna get. But we've got to really start asking us. Sorry, Harlanot, could you? I mean, I appreciate the. Thank you. Okay. Look, while this might be as good as it gets for the time being, we need to decide about the safety of the circus. If we stay here, she might come back. If we aren't vigilant, she might attack us in the middle of the night. We don't know where she came from or what issue she has taken with us. But it does not mean we are out of danger.
I agree. I think tonight a number of us will stand watch, rotate through, make sure everyone stays safe and sound, gets a good night's sleep, and is more clear-headed in the morning.
So, Professor, you're suggesting to move on, like, from here right away?
I think so. I would suggest that we, at least for the time being, pack down, maybe move a little closer to town. Normally we do like to give some measure of distance, but, well, with everything that's happened, I think staying here so close to the woods may be a risk we don't need to have. But this is, of course, not my decision or my decision alone. The carnival has spoken, and you seem to be wanting to take the reins here. I'm an old fuddy-duddy, and I'm not interested in the young man's game of ring mastery. He sort of chuckles at Walter.
I am not looking for it either.
No, he's laughing because you're also an old man.
Oh yes, I am also an old man. I agree. And closer to town, but tonight I don't think it was the night to move.
He nods. He says, "So be it. I'll look to arranging the watch and having people be ready should anything happen."
When you're done, would you care to join me for a nightcap just to close to old times, if nothing more worse?
He nods. He will likely join you later that evening, and he heads off to take care of affairs and things.
Just to give you a heads up, Harlanot, as I stand up and kind of sweep the soot off and everything. You care to join us for a drink? You're more than welcome. I'll give you fair warning. I'm throwing you under the bus tomorrow. You are my vote for ringleader, and unless you can form some massive counter offer or counter support, you may find the vote outnumbers you. You have one night to prepare. I'll see you later.
I was going to I was going to propose something else. I probably would join you.
I'll be in my caravan.
Yes. Because my proposal is going to be that the person doing the ringleader introductions does not need to necessarily be the leader of the circus. There's nothing saying that we can't have one person doing the admin, management, and another doing the more theatrical side, introducing the acts.
You're saying maybe we find someone?
I was wondering if Walter wanted to do more of the admin behind the scenes and left me to try to do basically be the front man presenting.
I am currently halfway to my tent, debating which one to open first.
Still have
I'm probably
All or
chasing
not
right
still
after
has
you.
a 500,000 meter thing going. Walter
last
Wade!
Only last
All
10
right.
minutes, but I could recast it.
All right. If I think everybody overheard the professor. You know me, I don't indulge in drinking. I think it takes over a venting mind. So if anybody wants to start taking the circuits down, that's what I would be going to do.
I mean, I've never really been that strong, so I might not be able to help necessarily take down
Well, I was saying
the
like
circus, but I
not
could
you,
always help keep watch.
anybody, because there's a ton of people here. So
Yeah.
I
I
was
can
just
carry
in the crowd.
boxes. I can help.
Oh, thank you.
Callisto, will you help me keep watch tonight and make sure nothing bad happens?
Of course. You have only to ask.
Thank you.
All right. The night.
Just for my notes,
Yep, go on.
was any of the NPCs that we've really met on stream, any of the ones that we're thinking about leaving? So think Starstone or Lunaria. Were any of them the dissenting voices while that was going on?
Celestin, no. Lunaria, she voiced her concern, but she doesn't seem to have left. And Mr. Tickles, no. All right. That night, as you all kind of deal with the grief and all the stuff that's happening, the night drags on very late. Callisto and Naomi. Now, Naomi, I need you. Are you staying up the whole night?
Well, if we're gonna be doing it with shifts with other people that are also watching, I think Naomi and Callisto will take the first shift.
Sure. Some of the other performers will relieve you later on. I need you to make me a perception check, please.
Me and Callisto?
Yeah.
Okay, so... So I got a 12, Callisto got a 24.
All right.
You're muted.
Thank you. In the middle of the night, as you and Callisto are by the fire watching over the camp, he turns to you and says, it's a beautiful evening, despite everything. The stars are out in force above us.
It is very beautiful.
Not as beautiful as you.
Callisto. Not now, we have a job to do.
Well, our job takes us through most of the evening, and I'm sure there must be something we can do to help the time go by. He stands up and offers his hand to to dance with you.
I take his hand and I'll dance with him.
All right. He begins to perform a waltz, making you move through the flickering embers and the glowing flames near the edges of the camp.
We won't be able to see the same sky
They will,
much longer. Well, I mean, yes, we will, but, you know.
of course. And remember, under this very same sky, all manner of creatures share the same night. Even your parents. If they could have seen you tonight, I know they would have been proud of you.
Thank you, Callisto. I still have no idea which god you come from. I've summoned you out of thin air. We've never really talked about that.
What makes you think that a god sent me? After all, I spend most of my days in the arms of a goddess.
You make me laugh.
He smiles as he continues to dance.
We haven't, or I guess, oh yeah, we haven't had our fortune told in a while, have we?
Well, that depends on who you ask. I mean, if you are talking about Walter, then yes, I'd say it's been some time. But you know, I've always been more interested in embracing the future and its surprise. It's like knowing the end of a good book before you've traveled its journey.
I also agree. I wonder how Mom and Dad are doing. I
Callisto
hope I can see
stops
them
and
again.
looks up at the sky. I'm sure they will.
I'm sure they are too.
As he pulls you in tight and holds you close, the dance becomes more intimate, closer and slower. And as this happens, I need you to make me a will save.
A will save? Uh-oh.
For you and Callisto.
Oh, me and Callisto, okay. Oh gosh. Oh, okay. I got 11, he got 14.
That is 2 failures.
Oh, no!
Alright.
Uh-oh.
Meanwhile,
Oh no.
Harlanot. Oh, sorry, Meisha. Let's go to Meisha. Meisha, where are you in the evening?
I'm probably in the main tent because it takes the longest to take down. So I'm moving. We need to move stuff out of the main tent so we can declapse it. Yeah.
Yeah. Not at all.
And
alright.
I don't know if there's several people, so I'm also going like, move that over. Directing them to if there's people with me.
Yeah. Not a worry. They'll listen, and you can see a great number of them are already starting to kind of move things in and around, and it seems to cause a lot of people are kind of a little tired, but it's part of the job. You can watch them collapsing the high rise and the like. As this happens, you see that many of the work that was done by some of the people who had left has been left undone. Almost as if like everyone's just kind of on their routine, they know what they need to do, but without the people who were here originally, it's just this stuff has just sort of been left to the side.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
Do you do anything about it?
Do I do anything? All right. We also need to take care of this stuff over here. Also, I know it's probably going to be maybe a little bit heartbreaking, but we got to get it done. Yeah. And if anybody has any trouble, and if anybody has a problem with it, if it's too emotional for you, I would understand, and you can go rest because looks like some of you are getting pretty tired, and you need your rest for tomorrow when we super pack up this place.
A few of them kind of look at each other, and then you can see there's this kind of dwarven kind of laborer who turns around and says, no, we'll be fine. Look, it's been a rough day for everyone, but the paydays can't come, and we've got work to do. All right, y'all can enjoy your rest, She's Sister Meisha. We'll all enjoy our rest better once we've had our good day's work done. And you can see that the ones that were tired just kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. And they keep working and moving. All right. Throvrik, where are you? You helping out with the cleaning?
Yes, but Thorvik went and had a little bit of a break. He went and set up his little bedroll underneath the wagon.
Yep.
Because he doesn't actually have a place to sleep yet, so he's just kind of set up underneath a random wagon.
All right. Underneath the wagon, you see a small feline creature that hisses at you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this your wagon? Okay, I'll go find another one.
All right. Very well. You find a different wagon.
So
he'll set his bedroll up, set up little bits and pieces, and then he'll make his way back to the big tent to help finish up.
All right. And much like with Meisha, you work hard into the evening. Walter, Harlanot, and the professor gather up for drinks in Walter's tent.
Yes. This is a surprising day.
Yes, I've got to say too that that's the least of the things that had happened today.
Be sure the vote is going to go that we move closer to town tomorrow. So I do thank Meisha for starting the teardown.
Yes, I think staying here is more dangerous than anything else. Even if we have all the stuff put away, it's less likely to be sabotaged that way.
Yes.
But, sorry?
And if we're having people head into town to report things to the master, perhaps they can accompany the hawker saying that we're moving closer so people know where to find us in a few days' time.
Well, would you like maybe if I sent some of the performers out to maybe see if they can get a head start, find out what they can from the townsfolk before we go there? There'll still be a lot of bumping out to do in the morning, and better to be forearmed and forewarned.
I agree. That's a good idea.
The professor will finish the drinks and before heading off. And yeah, sorry, contagious yawns. Just needed that oxygen, tasty oxygen. All right. But yes, the professor is will finish off his drink and then go and find some performers and tell them like, hey, in the morning, go, do this thing. Harlanot, you and Walter are alone and finish off your drinks. It gets pretty late, and I'm going to say that you discuss all manner of things. If there's nothing specific you want to talk about, this is just a time where I will say Harlanot and Walter bond over just their experiences, their expertise. They maybe do a toast to Myron, to his memory. Is there anything else you'd like to do before you wrap up for the night?
Once we're done the drink and the casual conversation and a little bit of food, I'm gonna head out and check on the state of the teardown. Do a walk around a site check, sit rep of the site as it is.
And I imagine I need to actually check out my wagon, see what the state of everything that's inside it actually is now.
Sure. Now, most of the wagon is actually intact, so you didn't lose too much. Mostly external damage. And Walter, looking around, the teardown's going really, really well. Most of it's done, but there's still a lot of work to do. But they'll, for the most part, leave, and people are starting to go get some rest, and we'll take care of the rest of the stuff in the morning.
Yep. And those who are persisting, I will subtly remind to get some rest. It's going to be a long day tomorrow, and then I make note to loop back to make sure that they've gone and gotten some rest.
Very nice.
Good day. Good job. Good idea, Walter. I'm there. I'm like, it's probably good time. Yeah.
It is quite late. It's going to be a long day tomorrow. Go get some rest. You're going to need it.
Yep. All right, everybody. You heard Walter. Get some sleep. Good job tonight. That will really help for the, tomorrow.
All right, very well. They kind of all just in unison go yes, and they begin to leave. As they do so, you seem to notice something unusual. Both Naomi and Callisto are supposed to be on watch, and instead of being on watch, they are on watch, but they're actually amidst a rather romantic dance.
Should we go stop that? Well, they're supposed to be on their watch.
I think we should. Misha, before I head over there and talk to them, do you mind swinging by Harlanot's tent? I think you might likely find Throvrek hidden underneath. See if they're available.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll go do that.
Thank you. And I'll head over to the dancing couple.
All right. As you do so, you could see them dancing in circles around each other. It's very sweet, very loving, very tender, which is why it's very surprising when, while their bodies are moving, their eyes seem to be filled with alarm and concern. Walter, you have an insight bonus provided by our dear friends at Careful Cantrip. Hello, glorious human. Naomi and Callisto, the two of you have been dancing for 3 hours non-stop.
Oh.
Unable to stop, you have continually moved. Your feet actually are blistering inside of your shoes. Your hands are tight, your muscles are stiff. Even the smiles on your face have now hurt your cheeks to the point of just aching, sore jaws. And Walter, you see this. You kind of, like, your inside check straight away gives you that sense of something is wrong here. And you notice amidst the fire 2 very small creatures that seem to be dancing almost in tandem, like a tiny little shed ballroom dance. As you see 2 creatures with the upper torso of what would be a fairy or a pixie of some kind, and the lower body of a grasshopper.
That's cool.
All right.
I'm assuming I'm not even remotely familiar with them.
Sorry?
Assuming I'm not even remotely familiar with what these are.
Nature check if you'd like to figure out what they are.
21.
21? Yeah, actually you do know. These creatures are called Grig. And let me see if I can find you what this is. Here we go. All right. All right. These creatures, there we go, are sprites. Grigs are kindly musicians of the Fey Wilds, often getting themselves into trouble due to their penchant for confronting evil well beyond their ability to vanquish. Even so, they fight with bravery and cunning, using magic and sonic attacks while flying and leaping with their wings and powerful cricket-like lower torsos to stay out of reach. These creatures are also very passionate about music and the like, and as well as things like love and traveling and the like. And you can tell that these creatures are likely brought in by the circus. The sounds of Harlanot playing music earlier on this evening has likely attracted them from the forest, and they are enjoying a dance, playing music with Naomi.
I will slowly approach and go, "Good evening, tiny friends."
One of them sort of floats up to you and says, "Oh, well, hello, greetings and well met. I'm sorry we allowed ourselves into your fine camp, but it was so welcoming and so warm. We could not help ourselves."
And all are welcome within the walls
Good
of
to
our
hear.
tents. Companions and travelers and creatures of far. But I beseech you, our companions here, they lack the stamina for a dance and song as you do, and you are causing them injury.
Make a will save.
Yeah, this is gonna go so well.
Oh, no.
23.
All right, with a 23, you feel the pull of their music making you want to dance. While you are not compelled, it doesn't seem like they're actually doing anything. This is just simply their nature. They say, do not lack stamina, but they dance so well.
But they do, and they are so very much in love with each other. But would you mind if I just walked with them to allow them to get refreshments and drink?
Well, I suppose you may. I mean, you do not need to ask us permission. We are not their keepers, and we are not their guardians.
I did not want to offend as they were joining you in the dance.
No, not at all, not at all. We are just here. We are just celebrants. We are here to bask in the love and joy that you and your friends bring.
And you are welcome to do so. If you wish, I can bring you some sweets and honey from the tent.
That would be wonderful. Thank you. Oh, you're so too kind. Allow us a proper introduction. I am Tarisia, and this is Canono.
It is my pleasure and honor to meet you. I am Walter.
Walter. Yes.
Walter.
Such a wonderful name. Well, Walter, when you return, perhaps we'll sing a song and maybe share a dance around the fire as well.
Quite possibly. Now, if you would beg my forgiveness and excuses, I shall fetch my two companions.
All right.
And I'll go over and lead them out of the...
It's very difficult to separate them from the dance, but you do lead them away a little, a short distance. How far do you take them away?
I'm going to take them back to where all the rest of the caravans are, but I'm specifically aiming to intercept Harlanot and Throvrek if they're coming this direction, since I sent Naisha to fetch them.
All right. As you do so, you lose the sounds of the dancing fae, and Naomi and Callisto start to, well, basically they crumple. Their legs give way, turn to jelly, and they start breathing heavily.
Ugh.
As all the exhaustion washes over them immediately.
Thank you,
Not being
Walter.
capable of holding them, I go like, thump.
Those traumas.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, Walter.
You're welcome.
As much as I enjoy dancing, that went a lot longer than I would have hoped.
It would have gone on forever if you had let them.
Oh no.
When I see Harlanot and Throvrek coming, I will gesture for them to help get these two back to their tent.
All right.
And
Heading
I will
back to the tent.
To make it easier for them, I'm
Yep.
gonna say that Callisto, I'll send you back for now. I know you'll feel tons better once I unmanifest you. I'll bring you back tomorrow morning.
Callisto says, "No, wait, it's super painful." Ah!
Oh.
No, I'm joking. That's not how he desummons.
He rips apart.
And you ready for this? You ready for this? Who's to say that what comes back is Callisto?
Oh, well, isn't it in my... Oh. True.
No, it's fine. It's Callisto. It's just funny. Or is it Callisto? Or do they destroy this Callisto and just give you a copy?
Same memories.
It's like the transporter.
Yeah, there you go. All right. No. Okay. So Callisto. Yeah, Callisto desummons, and the rest of you are able to rest well and truly into the evening.
I will go back with some grapes and honey and some of my wine and set up a little place for them to enjoy the meal.
Excellent. They do so. They thoroughly enjoy it and play well and truly into the evening. While obnoxious and very difficult to sleep, I will need everyone to make me a fortitude save to get a good night rest.
Oh, man.
All right. Walter is good?
Would being under a wagon help?
Natural 20 for 29.
Would be under a wagon to help.
All right. All of you managed to get a good night's rest, despite the singing. In the morning, when you wake up, the two Grig are still there, still musically playing and stuff. You can see that some members of your camp are like, freaking Grigs. But you do notice something else. A pair of twisted vipers that seem to have been tied in a knot. The Griggs turn to you and say, "You've awoken! Wonderful, wonderful. Well, we feel like as though perhaps we've outstayed our welcome. You had two visitors in the middle of the night, and they enjoyed the dance as well. But hopefully on your travels we will encounter each other again, Mr. Walter. And otherwise, if not, then may fortune seek your favor and the winds carry your song," as they jump and bound away. As soon as they're out of range, the two snakes die.
Whoa.
I will collect up their remains.
You have two dead snakes.
I have
But-
two dead snakes. Excellent, great for my potion. I mean, it's all
But
good.
it comes with a dire warning. Someone sent these snakes into the caravan, and you recall, of course, the death of your ringleader was at the hands of said snakes. The culprit is still out there, and still has their sights set on you.
I was gonna tell Welter, hey, this is not I don't think this is a coincidence. We should see if we should go talk to Snake Lady and see see if this is the snakes that bit our leader, the ringmaster. Yeah.
Yes, that's what I was thinking as well. Would you mind making sure everyone gets some food and drink for the morning, and then move on with dismantling the rest of the circus, getting it packed up to move?
That's my job.
I greatly appreciate it.
All right. With the tent being packed down and work on its way, we will leave our story and adventure here, with a few extra things still left to resolve and to deal before our heroes head to Abberton. Our adventurers have done very, very well today, though Arturo has still not awoken. While you're in town...
Stab him with the snakes.
Yeah. While you're in town, going and seeing a physician may be a good idea as well. But yes, for the time being, you guys are doing well. You guys did great.
Yeah.
Well done to my lovely players for having dealt with the fire, the rat, the Griggs and their late night visit. Wonderful gameplay all around. I think we got to see everyone kind of shine in their own little ways, which was awesome. Throverek is now officially a member of the circus. Meisha is definitely taking the role of the foreman. Naomi is getting Callisto wet. there was something else. There was something else he did that I let go. I was like, don't say anything, just leave it be. I think it was like. No, that's right. It was when Meisha was like, all right, I need some people to help with the pack down, and then Naomi, for whatever reason, turns around and goes, I can't help with the pack down. I'm like,
I don't know.
bitch, did I turn around and say, who the fuck can't help me? No. I didn't say, let every motherfucker who has no idea what they're doing, who can't lift a fucking box, let me know so I know not to fucking count on you. That's not what I said. I said, who the fuck wants to help me?
Yeah. Who wants to help me? Damn it.
I sat there and I was like, no, I picked on Neil a little bit earlier on. I think I'm good. I don't need to say anything. But I was like, I know there was something. There was something. I sat there and I was gonna say it, and then I didn't, and I was proud of myself for not saying it. But that was so funny. It was so funny. I was like, because then I was like hoping that Throvrak would be like, Throvrak have little arms, also can't help, and Harlanot's like, yeah, no, I've got to tune my lute, and do that, and then have everyone just go one by one, but no one did, and I was like, oh, okay, but no, that was really good. Walter, of course, definitely doing a lot of really, really positive things. And I think Harlanot, I think Schoolia, you're right, is like the ringleader or the ringmaster doesn't necessarily have to be the leader of the carnival as well. So I could definitely see Walter taking a administrative role or a even just a business role inside of things. The way that you like kind of called together the meeting, like kind of like almost held the minutes as you kind of went through. Even dealing with the Griggs and stuff like that was very almost transactionary. Like you understood the social cues and things. So that was really, really good. And Harlanot is definitely a hype dude. I loved the fact that like when everyone was kind of like murmuring and stuff, you kind of picked up on that. And like were very quick to try and like be calming people down and stuff. If you hadn't have done that, you would have actually lost quite a lot of people. So you single-handedly kept a ton of the circus folks still in the actual carnival, which is great. I think you've only lost a total of like 3 people who were just like like they're just scared more than anything else. They don't want to die. That's the whole thing that comes down to. Everyone else is kind of like, we got nowhere else to go, we got nowhere else to be, or they trust you explicitly. But these 3 were like, no, we've got other places we can be. We've got other skills we can use. We don't have to be here, and we definitely don't have to put ourselves in this kind of risk. Which, FYI, is exactly what I think a lot of people should do when looking at like creating a D&D character. If you're creating any kind of character, it's like, why are you not an NPC? Why are you not just in town relaxing? This shit is dangerous. And if you wanted to survive, this is not where to do it. So I like having NPCs that are like that, which is like, no, I got no beef with you. I've got no bad feelings. I'm not like, angry or upset or storming off in a huff. I don't want to die. But I've got skills as a tradesman. I'm a carpenter. I can find work. That's not a problem, And sometimes that's fine. Sometimes that's good. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Michael. This is Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. Been here a while, doing a bunch of stuff. Next game is Sunday, where I will be doing at like 4 in the morning, maybe 1 in the morning, something like that. Let me go check. I got my notes. They're over here. I'm gonna be on the World Anvil channel. That's the one.
Yeah.
World Anvil. So yes, I'm gonna be over on World Anvil. We're gonna be talking about stuff. Here we go. It is going to be 1:30 a.m. my time. So it's probably the stream will probably start at 2 a.m., which would be 1 p.m. on Saturday. 1 p.m. Saturday, U.S. Eastern Standard. I will be on World Anvil. We're going to be talking about how to avoid burnout, how to do some self-care, things like that. And then immediately following, I'm going to be doing Quincy's Tavern. Shut up. I see the irony. I actually said that. I said, drinking the irony of you asking me to do a panel on burnout at 2 in the morning. But you know what? Yeah, look, I mean, that's the thing is
You're the example of what not to do.
Yes, that's it. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. And I'll give you a sneak peek of what I'm going to say. Like, the thing is having pushed myself to the absolute limit with the Guinness World Record, I know better than anyone the impact of burnout. I know what it looks like, the approach, the duration, how to come out to the other side, which is why things like breaks and rest and even as a D&D performer, I take plenty of time to approach my friends and people and say, hey, listen, we should do something not streamed and not broadcast and not filled with all this stress, because it burns you out. And I understand exactly how important stuff like that is, and I hope that you guys, like my players and you guys in the audience, also understand that taking a break is not a sign of weakness. Taking rest and recuperating is perfectly sensible. A lot of people, like, especially in Australia, and I think Matt can attribute to this as well, like wagging, for example, is like a huge thing where we like, if you skip work day or if you just don't do stuff, wagging is like, really, really bad. You shouldn't wag, because otherwise you'd be called a bludger or someone who like takes the piss or whatever. There's so much emphasis on like you have to do hard work or else. But the truth is that, in my opinion, like, even sick days are stuff that you should take when you need that. Like, if I need to like recoup, like to get my shit in order, I'll take a sick day. I will straight up take a sick day. I don't need a cold. I don't need a flu. I don't need a doctor's certificate. I just need to say my headspace is just not here right now, and I need to take time for my self-care so that I can be fit and healthy for work. And that is okay to do. Some places don't let you, but fuck it, take it. Do it for me. Mm-hmm. Anyway. All right. Anyway, I digress. This is among the many things that you will see at that time that I said, which is 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Standard, 2 a.m. Australian Western Standard, which for you, Matt, is like what? Like 5 a.m.? Want to come hang out for 5 a.m.? Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. We'll see how we are.
Yeah, all right, cool. So yeah, I'll post in the links and stuff. Guys, my name is Malcolm, Today's Gamer. This is my place, this is my face, and boom, there's my Discord. Go and check it out. It's a panel with World Anvil about avoiding burnout and how to care for your GM. That's the panel that we're going to be talking about. So yeah, come along with me to the butterflies and me. Sorry. I should watch that. I actually haven't. I just know the theme. Where is my raiding button? Who are we gonna go and raid, guys? Who are we gonna raid? Who's raiding? Ooh. Who's raid worthy? Who is worthy of our love and dedication?
The Quelmarils?
I'd say almost
Who's raiding?
everyone.
Who's raiding? Yeah,
that doesn't narrow it down much.
Oh, take their golden. Oh, wrong raid.
All right. It looks like our dear friend Lou Boffin is doing stuff. So let's go send some love to Lou Boffin. Boom, doing some D&D stuff. Playing some games. Yeah, let's go hang out with Lou. Guys, thank you for joining us. My name is Michael, the Dead Does a Gamer, and we will see you guys in our next session, our next video on the channel here. We'll be Dag Reads tomorrow on Sunday night. So yeah, come watch Dag Reads. We read Rowan of Rin, and yeah, have fun, do things. Okay, bye guys. Stay safe, stay wonderful, and as always, game hard or die trying. Good night, folks.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Mwah. Mwah.